If you're like me and have been living under a rock for the last 3 weeks, you have no idea that there is currently a creature vote happening in ARK Survival Evolved. The community creature submission came out with the January 14th community crunch post. And this is where you can submit your creatures to be added into ARK Survival Evolved's next big update. We all thought that the last bunch were going to be the last ones in the game. Karchar, I thought it was the last one. I said it was the last one. No, there's more. One more has come into the game. When will wildcards stop updating this game? The creature submission ran out at 1 p.m. Pacific time on January the 23rd. Now, if you want to look at some of the best ideas, but the top 10 creatures that had the most votes will make it to the final vote, which we'll talk about in a second. But if you wanted to just check them all out, you can go to the link in the description, sort this bad boy by most votes, and see which creatures almost made the collection. I just thought this one looked pretty cool. It's the Amazon Rainforest Illusionist. Ooh, spooky. And this creature looks like a Spinosaur, basically. But I'm always happy to have another Spinosaur in my life. We got hit with a community crunch Friday, the 27th of January, listing the 10 finalists for the community creature to be added to ARK Survival Evolved. Now, these top 10 we're going to look at for the first time. I do not know nothing about this. I have been living under a rock. Hopefully you have too. And let's go through some of these finalists. The first submission is the Razana, the T-Rex toothed crocodilian. This creature looks absolutely insane from this. It is a crocodile-based creature with the teeth the same size as a T-Rex. In terms of an ability, this creator wants to be able to, once you've bit a creature, they can no longer run away or jump, basically crippling that creature with these razor blade teeth. And power-wise, he wants this to be slightly weaker than a Rex and a Spino, so you can still use it in boss battles. I, for one, am up for that. I love the design. It could be a much better Sarco or Capro. I'm loving it. So like an endgame crocodilian, I'd be rocking with that. That sounds amazing. I'm not even going to pronounce this one, but the giant cheetah was number 2 on the list. So the idea behind this is another sort of mammal-based creature. The cheetah will be, as you can imagine, extremely fast. You want that cheetah to be fast, and it's going to be slightly bigger than a regular cheetah in real life. So prehistoric, slightly bigger cheetah. With a potential camouflage ability for this cheetah to add it a unique way into the game. I personally think that we have enough four-legged creatures, sort of like this size. This sort of size is dominated by the direwolves, thylers, saber-tooths. I just think we have a lot of creatures in this sort of area. They're mid-range, sort of low-end creatures that you can just run around on all fours. But it'd be really nice to see. Following close to that, Panthera atrox. I may be butchering these, we don't know. A prehistoric lioness. Again, even though this excites me to see, I would love a lioness in the game, and you have a pack bonus. They're going to be super strong. Personally, the same reason as the last one, as the cheetah, we got a load of cat-based creatures, four-legged creatures that sort of fit that mold of that sort of weak-ish attacker. Good for mid-game, not really useful afterwards. For that reason, I wouldn't want to see this added. At the moment, the crocodile has got my vote. Why are these names getting harder? Hatzigof X, the Lord of the Skies. You basically want to think Quetzal for this one. Slightly bigger than a Quetzal. This guy's envisioned it to be faster movement on the ground. It can even sprint on the ground. And the little taming effect that it's got, I actually quite like the idea of it. You jump on it from above, land it onto it, and then hold on for dear life. I'm thinking like Avatar. Like, this is giving me like Avatar vibes, you know, when you got that massive four-winged massive creature, which is like the king of the skies. This is giving me that sort of vibe. I'm loving this. The Rhino. Now, this has been in the creature submission multiple times, and it's here again. This is going to be the take on a bug-type creature that is actually going to be useful. Of course, it just recently lost out to the new bat that we've got, and I'm pretty sure it lost out before that one to another creature. I think it was the Dinopithecus. This creature's been in the submission a lot. Will it finally win that place? It's a flying water style mount. It can swim, it can fly. It's a bug type. It's a pretty cool creature. This guy lists a ton of abilities as well, which I absolutely love. The depth that is in on this. It can pick up a bunch of creatures. It can pick up water creatures in the water. This creature has a lot. It also has like a Tuso effect in the water. This guy has thought of it all. I feel this would be a really unique creature to add to the game. But again, clearly it hasn't won 2 times before because there's been something better. But this is definitely up there in the list that we've seen. This is the part of the video where we gotta do some self-promotion. I am streaming on Twitch a new Primal Fear series. You want to come and check that out. You don't want to miss that out. Come and join me on the Primal Fear over on Twitch. The schedule is normally posted in the community tab, but we also got a Discord link down below. Make sure to come and join because it is gonna be awesome. And also let me know which one of these creatures is your favorite down in the comment section. Let's get the community going. Let's find out which one of these is your favorite. My Ultragus is the next submission. And just think of this as a little mountain goat, or a big mountain goat. The basis behind the creature is that it's going to be able to climb up steep hills, steep cliffs. It's going to be an all-round travel utility dino. The weight is going to be increased so you can carry a lot, which will be very cool. And there's a list of things there which are weight reduction, which will be super interesting to have. But again, another mount creature. We've just had the Androsarchus. Do we need more of these lightweight Equa style mount creatures in the game? That's up to you. The giant bison. I've spoken about this one before. We're gonna breeze over this one. Yes, the concept behind it is really cool. Do I want a bison in the dinosaur game as a community creature? No. So we're just skipping over that one. I don't want it. Maybe you do, I don't. Nothosaurus, the travel buddy. Now, I can get pretty excited about this creature. This is going to be a land, and it could be a swimming creature. With the ability of when you go underwater, you don't have to worry about oxygen. It's going to feed you oxygen as it's swimming. That's an amazing ability. I love that. But the ability that this guy suggested tops all of it. You can pick up a dinosaur egg, and it will give you a random chance of that egg being fertilized. So even if it's a non-fertilized egg that you just pick up, you get a random chance of it being fertilized. So for me, that is a very, very cool concept. And that is definitely up there. That's up there with the croc. That's near the top, boys. What do you think? That's pretty cool. We're going to call this guy Gorgo because I cannot pronounce it. Another four-legged creature. But it's classified as the Bloodhound of ARK. The main selling point of this is that it's going to be the same sort of strength as a Thyla. It's a mid-game creature, but it's its sense of smell that will make this very unique to ARK. A few abilities that this guy is passing on is the tracking ability. You can lock onto a creature, and it doesn't matter where that creature goes, you'll be able to track it down and find it. Might be very useful if you find a high level, you can't quite tame it yet. You track it with your nose, you go off, get your resources, come back, and just find it instantly. That's a very cool one. The second ability is a high level tame finding. So if you lost your tames, it happens to one of us on ARK, you die or something, you fall off your bird in the sky, you've lost your tame, you don't know where it was, it just ran off. This guy is going to be able to locate your tames across the map. I quite like that. Maybe a menu will pop up and you can select the one that you want to find, and it will just track you as sort of like arrows or something, or point you in that right direction. It's also got a wounding bite as its attack, sort of like a bleed effect. This next one, and the final one of this submission, is incredible. Antarcto is what I'm going to call it, but it is basically a giant beetle. Now, the idea behind this, what makes it amazing, is the concept behind how you get this. You get like a little baby of it, like a little larva. Larvae? Bro, my brain is late. My brain ain't working. You get this little guy, and it's going to fit on your shoulder, and you have to tame it wood and other sort of fungal type stuff to help it grow. And then when it's in the final stages, it will start to rapidly grow into a massive creature, and this massive creature will be a beetle that can fly. Now, this beetle, a few abilities of this guy, it will have 75% weight reduction. I love the sound of that. It will keep the same speed even if it's over encumbered. Huge if you want to just dump everything in it, and it's like you basically just filled it to max and you can still fly even though you're overcumbered and in the same speed. That's going to be huge for traveling. Ballistic damage reduction by 25% and radiation resistance, which could be also huge for going and getting yourself those rock drakes. Weaknesses: its weakness is fire. Like all bugs, you just burn it. This boy is going to take an extra 30% damage. It's vulnerable to Genesis Net 2, and it will take extra damage from tech turrets. It'll have a nudging effect, sort of like the Diplo. You can just nudge creatures away. Quite like that. And there's different abilities between a male and a female. The male will have the horn, so he can push stuff away. A female will not have the horn, and the female has separate abilities. This thing is definitely worth a read. And as you can see right at the end, you've got like this tech looking thing. It's got turrets on the back of it with a saddle and like 2 miniguns. The female has like just this mega turret. This is really in depth, and I really like the amount of effort that's put into this. So for me, the top 3 creatures from this list: Antarcto, the beetle. I think the concept is amazing. Nothosaurus, picking up a chance of random eggs being fertilized. Really good for early game. And of course, Razana, because this thing looks insane and probably my favorite one out of the bunch. It's between this and the beetle. Now, let's just get it remembered that Wildcard will not keep these abilities. Wildcard always changes the abilities. It keeps the concept a slightly bit, but then adds it to its all game balance. So what you read right here is not the end game. don't base your votes on what these tell you, because most of the time, 90% of this is not even going to be in the game, but it's just a selling point to get you on there. Vote for which one you think is the favorite. I've told you my 3 favorites are the ones I'll be voting for if we get to pick multiple. I'm Beanie. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure the like button. My face, like button for face reveal 2023. Sick. Bye.